bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not... It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On play action, they'll throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And here's Rodgers on the return. That one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They're going to look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll look to throw here.
This pass caught. It's Woods.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those?
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Ready, go. Warriors, 17.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll check this one off to Fournette.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
He'll find Fournette again here. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
He's got room past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Now from way back there after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. A long 3rd and goal. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Bucs will take over here just shy of the 30.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18.
2nd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Ready? Cougar 19. 18, Pioneer. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Martin brings it in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He completes it to Evans. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down.
And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to...
He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll throw now on the final play. That ball caught by Campbell. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up a throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. This is caught at the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Left side, he finds Pierce.
Touchdown, Colts.
Alec Pierce.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. It got his man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
19 Tiger.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It seems like we have seen this a lot in his rookie year. A nice tackle for a loss.
And the more games he gets under his belt, the better he's gotten. And sometimes you worry about rookies hitting the wall. Not in this case. This young man runs right through it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This is caught. It's Woods. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll look to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
I just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And a catch right side by Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point put through by Succop. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
gain of 18 on the play.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Pushes him over.
61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Joe Tryon
in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts.
Jelani Woods.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And this is caught by Evans. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
19 tight, 19 tight. right. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now back to throw.
He's got Otten. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
He'll buy some time right. Catch made here by Campbell. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go, Reed, go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And this one too low.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That ball complete to Isabella. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Evans has it left side.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 2. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the jump.
Here's 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Colts have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
And now here is another interception.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Cool. I be going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zone, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone, I get it going Donkey Kong. They got the on. I'm like,